Toast to Art
by Jenkins.
Saturday, 9:30 a.m., Ash Tree Gallery. Inspector Harris ran his fingers over the empty frame and turned to the deputy curator, a squat man with a black caterpillar monobrow.
Not a very big painting.
No,
replied Mr. Snipe.
but a valuable one.
And the alarm? It didn't go off?
No, it's been playing up. Mr. Thorne had to drive back from his house to reset it 4 times last week. He insisted it should be turned off over the weekend.
Turned off?
A weekend break in France. He said he would get it fixed on Monday.
Don't you have a set of keys?
Yes, but it's my mother. She's elderly and not well. She doesn't like to be on her own at night, you see.
The inspector peered over his glasses like a teacher listening to a pupil explain why he hadn't done his homework.
Tell me, how does a small gallery like yours come to own a Hockney?
David Hockney stayed with an old couple here when he was a student, and that's when he painted La Plage. He couldn't afford to pay them, so he gave them the picture. When they died, they left it to the gallery.
Was there anything that was unusual about yesterday?
Only that a young girl asked if we sold printed T-shirts. Apparently, she saw a woman wearing one and she recognized it was the same as the painting.
The Hockney.
That's what she said.
And you say that when Marie the cleaner started work this morning, you noticed the picture had gone?
Yes.
The woman with the T-shirt, where would she have got such a thing?
These things are sold on the high street for £5. You can get Van Gogh's sunflowers, Monet's lilies.
You have CCTV. Make sure my sergeant has the tapes.
Saturday, 7 p.m., the police station.
Well, any joy?
Yawning, the sergeant leaned back in his seat.
Not so far. The tapes covering that corner of the gallery aren't much use. The camera's been knocked on to one side.
On purpose?
Don't think so. Look.
The two men studied the grainy images. They watched as Marie, the cleaner, set about mopping and polishing the wooden floor before standing on tiptoes to flick a long-handled feather duster in the direction of the camera lens.
Great,
said the inspector.
That's all we needed.
Saturday, 9 p.m., flat 1A, Bishop's Close. The two girls opened a bottle of champagne. They chinked the glasses together.
We shall never be able to sell it.
We didn't steal it to sell it. We stole it to prove that we could, and to give that jumped-up Git Snipe a headache.
To think all it took was a computer and a $10.99 T-shirt printing kit.
Giggled Marie.
It was a breeze slicing the real canvas from its frame and pinning it to the front of the one in the T-shirt.
Replied Deborah.
But I couldn't have done it without you. After all, you did take care of the camera.
Ah, we must thank Mr. Snipe for that. Cobwebs, Marie. Don't forget to clean low and high, high and low.
Where is it? The T-shirt. I mean, the Hockney. I left it just here.
The washing. I picked up the washing.
No!
The girls screamed in unison. Squeezing through the kitchen door, they stood transfixed at the clothes turning round in a nauseous whirl before noticing the stripes of water, deepening shades of blue and yellow as the Hockney melted into the suds. Saturday, 9 p.m., the old smithy, Wisteria Lane. Mr. Snipe poured a measure of port and settled into his armchair. He swirled the glass round, causing the light to bounce off the jewel-red liquid. His mother would sleep for another few hours. His gaze turned to the small painting of a beach over the mantelpiece. Every night for the past 5 years since he had stolen the Hockney, he had stepped into that canvas to escape his miserable life, at least for a short time. He knew every brushstroke of the real painting. That girl in the T-shirt had not fooled him at all. But then, he of all people would know what a forgery looked like. He had managed to fool everyone. His ever-absent boss, Mr. Thorne, long lines of bored school children with plastic clipboards, and tourists with their dripping brollies. He raised his glass in a toast to art. Thank you.